We move on to the Knights of the Round Table. We have Sakura, Peko, Komaru, Angie. Two names that I forgot to change. Lo and behold, we have Monotaro. And we have, there we go, Kurakuma. Look at them. They are not Ingrid and Maurice. Although, someone's gonna make an event, and I'm gonna think it's funny. Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Radiance. Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, the Omakars. Few know me as the man who actually didn't turn on the lights behind him, but I'm gonna turn them on as I say, welcome to the moment you all have been waiting for, I suppose. Some of you wanted this extended. So let's do it. Right here, right now, today. Welcome to the... See, the lights are on now. Danganronpa Hunger Games. It is Battle of the Factions. And we've kind of... We've had some extended faction branches. And I think it's time we step in here and we get through some of the ones that are famous, some of the ones that are not so well known, some of the ones who have just kind of been mixed into this conglomerate of action that's been going on in the past calendar year. In the past calendar year, it's really almost... It is almost a year from when Kazuichi attacked Pablo, which ignited the forward progress to what we now know as the AWE. So that's crazy. That's wild. But let's actually get this episode on the way. You see, we have some factions here. It's going to be a grand time. So let's just introduce them. You know most of them. You know a lot of them. Some of them you might not know so well, but let's start it all off. We have the squad, baby. It's Avi, Junko, Genocide Jack, Pennyworth, Celeste, Kokichi, Nekamaru, and Miss Maki. The squad is here, and you better believe they're gonna be on a roll today. As we move onward, we have the entourage, the maybe second best, maybe, just maybe. We have Kazuichi, Mew, Samugi, Kaito, Crazy Elk Extra Large, the one member of the entourage that I acknowledge, King Ryoma. Give him his crown, give him his flowers. Ryoma, always and forever I will acknowledge you. Want it all from me. That's my guy. Mondo and freaking Sayako, who joined after their victory at AV Mania last year against the squad. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to go to the Hornbearers, introducing their new Hornbearer, who actually needs a Hornbearer perk, so let's go and give her one. Yeah, Miss Monica. We have Rantaro, Sato, Mikan playing the trombone, Monica with her saxophone, we got Makoto with his French horn, Miss Maya, and it's going to get interesting in a second. Remember, Maya's here. And we also have Duo. Love Duo the best. Even has the silver trumpet, which is kind of dope. We move on to the Knights of the Round Table. We have Sakura, Peko, Komaru, Angie. Two names that I forgot to change. Lo and behold, we have Monotaro. And we have, there we go, Kurakuma. Look at them. They are not Ingrid and Maurice. Although, someone's gonna make an event, and I'm gonna think it's funny. Oh man, our buff knight, our sword knight, our knight of the voice, our divine knight, our small knight, and our vulgar knight are all here together once again. As we proceed, we see a faction that is missing a leader because they're literally missing. I don't know where they are, and that is truly and sincerely terrifying and unfortunate, but we do have the repaired here. Currently headed by Hina. We have Mama Hiroko, we've got Boss, we've got Great Gozu, and we've got Skull, and what could grow to become the greatest faction in the history of just history, in wrestling, in Hunger Games, in the history of just history. The repaired will change history. And you can join the great change in history. All you have to do is let him in. But first we have to find him. And then we have the incredibly silly resistance of Kibo and Queen. Forget about them. We have the Forgotten Cave Dwellers. Do not forget the Cave Tribe, who have now evolved into the Forgotten Cave Dwellers. They are a series of 5 fantastic ladies who all got the caveman gear early on in a big episode. I think it was like an all ladies night episode featuring also Teru and Corey, I'm like 90% sure. And these 5 all got themselves some cave gear. We have Himiko, Akane, Chisa, Seiko, and Maya spelled incorrectly because that's back when we spelled Maya's name totally wrong. And that's how we have 2 Mayas here today. As we go on, we have the honorary ghost. We have Corey in the house, Chi-Chi, Teru, Ruruka, who I think is most famously an honorary ghost, if we gotta be completely honest, Morgana, and... I'm sorry, is that Mastermind Evie? Huh. Who would have thunk? But that's all the teams that we have here today, so... Are you prepared? I think it is time to make those picks first, second, third. Make them right here, right. Was there a... Nothing. Nothing. I'm sure it's something, but I'm gonna say it's nothing because I don't really want any part of this time-space shenanigans. Make your picks first, second, and third. Who do you think is the greatest of all time in terms of factions? I will let it be known it's the squad. No ifs, ands, or buts. But make your picks first, second, third, and I'll make mine as well. And I'll make mine now. Give me... You know, I say that the squad is the best, but I feel like the Horn Bearers are gonna almost sweep. Give me Makoto for first, give me Sato for second, and give me... Yeah, I'm gonna go for the sweep. Give me Rantaro for third. I think that those 3 are just gonna finish off the game, and they're gonna go strong, and they're gonna win the whole thing. Those are my picks. You clearly have made yours for first, second, third in the comments, and you've liked the video, and you've subscribed if you haven't. So without further ado, Horn Bearers, I know you guys are all here today, but if you could just step back from the action, I know that you all might perish very quickly, so I'm gonna actually allow you to sound the horns before we click round 1. So go ahead, sound them. Thank you, Horn Bearers. You have done fantastically. However, we have a game to get on the road, so let's do just that. Start us all off, let's proceed, and we will see as it all begins. Round 1 sees Queen trying to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. A tank is immediately in play. Boss kills Teru in front of Morgana. There's nothing Morgana can do. Let me tell you, the repair, they're out here to make their mark. In fact, they have the first 2 KOs of the game. King Ryoma can't take his eyes off of Mew. That's our king right there, small king. Crazy Ogasho Large steals Queen's tank while she's asleep. Kaito gives Kazuichi the various things that he's found. Kazuichi builds stuff out of it. It's soothing watching him make all these neat contraptions. Maya plans a party of the loyal members of her harem. I didn't know you had a harem, Maya. Okay. Genocide Jack attempts to kill the Great Gozu, but Boss intervenes just in time. Boss had to kill Genocide Jack to protect the Great Gozu's life. Duo looks around for stuff to scrounge. Rantaro, Makoto, Maya plays suspenseful music as Samugi chases Sakura. Junko's only looking out for herself. I can't let others kill the rest of the squad, so I become a hero. I'm holding out for a hero till the end of the night. Hina has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Anji has accepted her shadow as Anji and gained the power of Persona. I suppose she did. Great Gozu knocks out Nekomaru in a fistfight. Death colors on him. Hiroko tries to get others to notice her. Chi-Chi wants this to be over already. Kazuichi asks Mondo if he's found anything useful. Akane sizes her muscles. Monotaro starts sobbing uncontrollably. Mika and Maya and Makoto grab their instruments and practice together. Corey he's feeling defeated, losing his teammate. He's feeling rather lonely. Corey has let him in. Or at least he would, if we could find the repairman. Sato picks up some needing lying in various places. Nekomaru tries to keep on a brave face for everyone's sake. Morgana just wants it to end already. Sayaka's looking out for an easy out, rather. Komaru's being adorable as always. Celeste and Kokichi conspire against Junko. Don't do the squad-on-squad violence. Skull hums a song to himself. Pennyworth ambushes Kazuichi and gets rid of him. Let's go. An act of betrayal. Mastermind Avi and Cory team up and get rid of Chi-Chi. Maybe you don't want Mastermind Avi on the honorary ghost. I don't know how I feel about that. Archon C. Great potential in Himiko. She's got a pyro vision. How apt. Little mage, she's a fire mage now. She always was in our hearts. Mew is thinking of plans to get out of here. Kokichi accepts the shadows. Kokichi gains the power of Persona. Kibo is ready to defend his friends. Makoto finds some leather scraps. He's trying to join the cave squad. Peko has found a table, hoping to go. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Sakura really doesn't want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Mondo. No silver medal for him unless he gets revived. We'll see. Maya wonders if she should build a machine that makes yakiniku. Chisa finds a slingshot. How quaint, a well-placed shot by Chisa. Then knocks Ruruka unconscious. These days she don't know where she is right now. Samuki can't take her eyes off of Mew. It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuck itself upon her wrist with secrets that it hid. Now she's got superpowers. She's an ordinary kid. She's Monica 10. And oh dope, Seiko just found a fishing rod. Now she can catch all the fish. As Kurokuma calls back on the moment he took the knight's oath, dons that knight's armor, he is ready, willing, and able to win this matchup, and thus we are down 5 and still have 42, the answer to everything remaining. But is that the answer to where the repairman is? Because we need to find him as soon as possible. But until we do, it's a Claire de Lune 4. Teru, Genocide Jack, Kazuichi, Chi-Chi, Mondo. 42 remain. Cory could have let him in if the repairman wasn't missing. And whose fault is that? Wednesdavy and whatever is coming. Because it feels like something bad is on the horizon. But the show must go on. I can't worry about that. That's Wednesdavy's problem. I hope I don't perish because of it. Next round, shall we? I think he shall. A lot of orange. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. Himiko tries to kill Kurokuma at the start of round 2, but Kurokuma's knight armor diverts the blow. Hiroko ambushes Kaito and Sayaka, getting rid of the both of them. Himiko sets Peko's table on fire. Himiko then slams Peko right through that flaming table. Komaru accepts her shadow as Komaru gains the power of Persona. Samugi uses mysterious gas to knock out Monica and Kibo. Death collars on the both of them. Rantaro tries to kill Akane, but she retaliates and kills him instead. Mastermind Avi seems unshaken by any of this. He has gotten rid of one of his new allied partners and then does some... He's fine, he's like, it happens. That's very Mastermind Avi of you. Mikan won't die like the others. Maya, Makoto, and Sato grab their instruments and play a sad song for Kaito. Morgana was sobbing uncontrollably and continues to do so because, let me tell you, Gozu attacks Ruruka before Morgana can help. Morgana rushes down, but Ruruka dies in his arm. The repaired art, it seems like they're systematically targeting the honorary ghost. My gosh. Nekomaru does his best to avoid Kokichi. Makoto is wearing leather scraps as a sight to behold. Monotaro admires Sakura's strength. Kurokuma's had enough. He's now mad. The Archon grips Angela Celeste. She's got a Hydro Vision. Crazy Uncle Extra Large disappears for all and comes back with a little wizard robe that she just found. Sparkling scattering the sparkles rather everywhere. Cory starts chanting, "He's got the whole world in his hands," very loudly. Cory, I know you got it in your soul, you got it in your spirit, but he's not here. Where is he? He's gone somewhere. We need to let him back. We need to let him in. Monica finds a plank of wood. Wait, no, that's a seesaw. Cory? Uh-oh. Junko tries to kill Crazy Oak Extra Large, but Crazy Oak Extra Large's wizard rope is carried away to safety. Sato puts a death collar on Avi while he's asleep. The Archon grips Angel and Sakura, grant her an Animo Vision. Skull's found a table, hopefully nobody goes through it. Boss accepts her shadow as her own, gains the power of Persona. Hina sets up her table, grabbing Sato in a headlock, throws Sato right through that table. King Ryoma draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, for fun. Duo steals Crazy Oak Extra Large's tank while she's asleep. Angie levels her Persona up from Bufu to Bufala. Who'd have thunk? Queen's bad brain turns into an absolute pain to deal with. Seiko sweeps footprints around the cornucopia because she's still a janitor out here. Maya wonders how far she could throw her pitchfork. The Archon grip. I hope Maya and Maya finish first and second. Anyway, Archon's great potential in Maki, Geovision for her. Mew can't help but admire her own genius mind to protect Kokichi. Avi jumps Hiroko and neutralizes her. You shouldn't have done that. Against the repaired, you fool. Chisa gathers ammo for her slingshot, but the squad's doing very well. Only lost Genocide Jack. Kokichi sees the squad as a bunch of chumps to be milked, though. He don't mean that. I hope. Kibo searches for anyone who could get this collar off of him. Pennyworth looks around for stuff to scrounge, and Akane feels strong enough to handle just about anything. We are down 12. I think we've lost 6 on both. No, I think we lost 7 today. That sounds about right. 35 remain, so many more to go in this battle of the factions who will come out on top after this Claire de Lune 4. Kaito, freaking Sayaka, Pekka, Rantaro, Ruruka, Sato, Hiroko. Alright, let's go ahead and take a peek. It's a battle of the factions. Right now, the best faction in the world right now, not surprisingly, is the squad. The Hornbearers still have Mikan, their new Hornbearer Monica, Makoto, Maya, and Duo. The incredibly silly resistance is still surprisingly okay. I figured they would be out by now. The Forgotten Cave Dwellers may have been forgotten, but they haven't forgotten how to play. They are still going strong, not a single one of them out. The Honorary Ghosts are down to just Corey, Morgana, and the newly agreed upon Mastermind AV. I didn't even know about this. I don't like it. The Entourage has lost quite a few. Their leader, Kaito, Mondo, and Sayaka, they have Crazy Oak Extra Large, Smoogie, and Mew, who are just, who really cares? But they have the King Ryoma. King Ryoma, my guy. The squad has only lost Genocide Jack. We'll bring her back somehow, don't worry. And the Repaired have just lost Momo. They'll bring her back, I promise. And then the Knights are down Pekko, so they're actually doing pretty okay too. I was gonna say, we haven't lost too many people, so everybody's still got somebody in the ring for them, but we're gonna have less people after today because I have a feeling this is about to get bloody. There's a lot of orange down there. And it starts by Mikan saying, you know what, I feel like you're slowing us down. Your marching's not up to par, Makoto. Made quick work of him. Goodness gracious. Mikan's gone nuts. Monotaro doesn't really understand what's happening. Samugi is looking for an easy out. Corey finds a waffle. Really? Chisa still can't believe that Kane's killed somebody. Duo's found Genocide Jack's scissors. Oh boy! Mai has lobbed her, she lobbed her pitchfork at Kurakuma, killing him instantly. Celeste uses the power of Hydra to put out Himiko's campfire. Says next time that'll be you. Himiko's confused. She's also got a pyro vision. You don't want to. Well, I mean, I guess you could continue putting out the fires. That might be a battle that we need to witness. Morgana just wants it to end already. Mastermind AV gets mauled by wild animals. Maybe that's all a part of his plan. Crazy Controller sneezes, begins to levitate, falls on a Junko, killing her. Monica transforms into an incredibly fast alien, so fast that Maya is cut to pieces before Nekomaru's eyes, rather. He didn't see a thing. Maki uses the power of Geo, summons a massive rock in the sky. Dropping to the ground, taking out Queen and Chisa. Makoto putrefies silently. Hina does something really cute. Pennyworth accepts a shadow as Pennyworth and gains a power persona. Nekomaru and Kokichi come and Mikan from both sides, taking her out of this competition. Boss levels up her persona, upgrading Agi to Agi Lao. Sakura uses a gust of wind to blast Seiko right off of a cliff. Himiko and Akane, goodness gracious, this was a really bad round for the Forgotten Cave Dwellers. Set up their camp for the night. Pennyworth uses the power of Pyro to set their camp ablaze, burning them both. Goodness gracious. AV scans the arena looking for enemies lurking about. Great Gozu knocks Maki out in a fistfight, puts a dust collar on her. Maya builds a rocket who's gonna take a trip in Maya's rocket ship. Soaring to the sky. Maya's an Einstein, I guess. Angie can't handle the circumstances after losing a teammate and becomes a little bit more cowardly. Pekko's gone. Skull sets up a table for grabbing Celeste by the throat. Chokeslams Celeste right to the table. Mew finds my climate change remote. Goodness gracious. Kiba wants to be over already. Kokichi feels horrible for failing the squad. You just called us chumps, my guy. You just called us chumps. King Ryoma checks on his demon in summoning circle. To his surprise, the demon actually comes out. The demon takes quite a liking to him, decides to King Ryoma helps him out. Sweet. Komaru levels up her persona. Sai now becomes Seo. And just like that, we're more than halfway through the competition. That day, I think, rendered the same amount of people that we had out. I think we had 12 out, and now we have 12 more gone to get us a total of 24 gone. So, if you don't mind, how about a Claire de Lune 4? Makoto, Kurakuma, Mastermind Avi, Junko, Maya, Queen, Chisa, Mikon, Seiko, Himiko, Akane, Celeste. Well, this is where we stand. We'll actually take a peek at the squads that are remaining. The factions, because right now, for the Hornbearers, it's looking kind of grim. They only got Monica, their new homie, Maya, and Duo. For the Entourage, they just have Mew, Samugi, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, and the King Ryoma. I think they've actually held their ground from that last round. The Forgotten Cave Dwellers are out. This is why we forget them, you guys. The Repaired have only still lost Momo. The incredibly silly Resistance is just down to Kibo. He'll be out soon, don't worry. The squad still has AV, Pennyworth, Kokichi, Nekamaru, and Maki. We'll see how that goes. The Knights have still only lost Peko. Actually, they lost Kurakuma too, but you know, that's the Vulgar Knight. The other ones are all the powerhouses in this series. And the Honorary Ghosts are down to just Cory and Morgana. But we don't count out Morgana. That's the first ever AWE champion. Could Morgana be trying to become champion of champions? We'll have to wait and see. But that's your final 23. Next round could bring us our saving grace picks, depending on what's going on. We have a lot of collars in play. Let's see if those collars get used. No, they don't, but we're seeing a lot of items get picked up. And perks, like Pennyworth reminisces about Juko, stops quietly. Great Gozu pixels need clawing in various places. Duo finds Pokeballs dangerous. Monotaro starts sobbing uncontrollably. Komaru twiddles her thumbs. Kokichi walks into a very strange machine. His molecules got all rearranged. He's got ghost powers. Sakura creates an air current, allowing Angie and herself to scale the mountains with ease. Maki creates a shield around Nekamaru, protecting him from Cory and the house's attack. Kibo has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Skull challenges Komaru to a duel. Komaru bites the dust. Avi's found a dimensional scythe. Goodness gracious, using scrap material. Mew builds a rocket launcher. Amazing, that could come in handy. Morgana starts sobbing uncontrollably. Hina somehow finds a suit of meteor armor, puts it on, and gleams with dazzling shine. The Archons see great potential in Boss, grant her an electro vision. Cory beats Maki mercilessly with a shovel, whispering, "Let him in," before delivering the final blow. The repairman's not here, so I don't know why Cory's doing this. I'm unsure what's come over Cory. Fascinating. Monica can't wait to kill again. Samugi can't take her eyes off of Mew. Maya accepts her shadow as Maya gains the power of persona. Angie catches a glow in the corner of her eyes and discovers an ancient scepter. Goodness gracious. Nekamaru and Avi get an argument over who should be in charge. There is no leader in the squad. Crazy Yoko Extra Large shakes her wizard sleeves. Thousands of tiny animals fly out. And King Ryoma attempts to kill the Great Gozu, but Boss intervenes to protect him again. Unfortunately, Boss dies this time around because you can't beat the King. That's the King Ryoma. I'm proud of him. But that means 3 folks are gone. 1 member of the Knights, 1 member of the squad, and 1 member of the Repaired. That's just 3. Brings us to an even 20 after this Clear Day Lune 4. Komaru, Maki, Boss. We don't really need to pay too much attention to who's left, because we just lost the 3 this time. 10 more into your saving grace picks, so let's get right down to the nitty gritty, shall we? Let's do it. 10 remain. And just 1 week's time, we will be at Friday Night Inferno. Some of these characters will be competing there. Who's gonna walk into that event with the momentum? Let's click next round and see. A lot of people perishing. Round 5 begins with Cory eating a waffle. Cory hates it. Samugi attempts to kill Nekamaru, but Avi intervenes just in time. Had to kill Samugi to protect Nekamaru's life. Great Gozu tries to kill Crazy Yoko Extra Large, but the wizard rope has carried her away to safety. Monica transforms into an alien with a body as hard as diamond. Monica then proceeds to headbutt Angie and headbutt Mew, killing them both. And I forgot Monica has the Omnitrix. That is a very important weapon that's going on here. Maya levels up her persona. Oh my gosh. Getting Zio to Zionga. Monotaro corners King Ryoma, but the demon mauls Monotaro before he can kill him. What a good demon. Rantaro decomposes silently. Maki's back as a ghost, and so is Chi-Chi, as the honorary ghosts do. Not Maki though, she's from the squad and she's here to help with us. She's gonna help us out, I promise. Morgana uses mysterious gas to knock out Great Gozu and Maya, putting death collars on them. Nekamaru, Monica, this is a majority vote. Let's get that music going. Nekamaru Monica, Kibo, Avi, Maya, and the Great Gozu are all forced to play the majority game. Maya received the most votes but was unfortunately the sacrifice. Everyone else perishes aside from one player of Maya's choosing. Maya decided to save Monica from death, Hornbearer saving Hornbearer, thus getting rid of the silly resistance, of course. 2 members of the squad and 1 member of the repaired, the Hornbearers staying in strong. Who would have thunk? But we must continue, and we see that Skull's only looking out for himself. Duo sends a Pokeball, out comes Eevee. They rest together for the night. Pennyworth attacks Crazy Echo extra large from behind, gets rid of her. Kokichi shoots blasts of energy from his hands at Corey in the house, but Corey in the house so slender, able to dodge, dip and dodge. He's probably doing the disco dodging those energy blasts. Narrowly escapes. Hina looks glorious in her knight's armor. Kokichi creeps on Sakura, but Sakura gets a gust of wind beneath herself and escapes. There's a good chance that we could see a Hina versus Sakura battle as we get down to our final 11. 2 ghosts are still in play, but I think it's time we hit. Potentially, it's not the last Clay Loon, but potentially the next to last Clay Loon, 4. The Moogster, Angie, Mew, Monotaro, Nekamaru, Kibo, Avi, Great Gozu, Crazy Hyoko, extra large. Remember Chi-Chi is a ghost. Remember Maki is a ghost. We could see some ghost revivals. Last time we had 2 ghost revivals end up bringing 4 people instead of 2 into the season 14 premiere. Will that happen again today? It's a possibility, but for right now, it's still just us proceeding. So let's do just that. Let's proceed. Let's see what else unfolds. Mew is out? Yes, she is. She had the climate change remote, so we're at least safe for now from any changing seasons. But we ain't safe from plenty of perishing, because just like that, I said we could see some interaction between these 2, and interaction v interaction is Hina puts a duck on Sakura while she's asleep. Clearly, Sakura wakes up from that. She's like, what did you just do? Corey caught in the crossfire. Sakura gets a sphere of air around Corey and Hina, keeping there long enough for them both to suffocate within. Monica transforms into a massive fish-like alien with a powerful jaw in the middle of the forest. Not the most useful choice. Duo toss out a Pokeball, out comes Lucario, uses Aura Spear, decimating Ryoma. I need to add a couple of aliens from the Omnitrix. Cause I think there's a couple of the original 10 that aren't in there, like Ghost Freak, who could potentially battle Ghost. Forearms is there. Accelerate is there. I think I feel like if I took a second, I could name all of the original 10 aliens from Ben 10 without looking it up. But I feel like I would get stuck at 8 or 9. Wild Mud is not in there. Hold on, that's deep in there. Wait a minute. Wait, your boys. Okay, we're not gonna do this. We might do that at some point. During a stream or something. Just ping me and be like, hey, Avy, name the 10 aliens. From the original 10 aliens from Ben 10, I'll be like, oh, let's work. I'm gonna bring out the whiteboard. Anyway, regardless. King Ryoma, he's dead. Because Duo used Aura Sphere with that Lucario. Rantaro is also dead. Morgana knocks Skull out, Duck Collars on him. Crazy Echo is still dead. Pennyworth levels up his persona, Frie becomes Freyla. Chi-Chi plays around with an incorporeal body, and Maki misses being able to have dinner. Maya straps Monica to the rocket and sends it to the moon. Monica never returns. Kokichi summons his persona, uses Garu, the Sun Gust of Wind, dazes Skull, and Skull immediately comes back to his senses. We are down 4 more. I think some from various, one from 4 different teams. As we hit potentially the final Clary Lune of the episode 4. Corey, Hina, King Ryoma, Monica. I didn't really ask. I don't think I asked which faction are you rooting for. I don't think I did, but I should have. And that's my bad. But clearly you're all rooting for the squad, so that's fine. But, doesn't matter who you're rooting for, we're about to find out who are the last folks still in here, which squad stands the best chance, and do you need some new picks? Because you might. You might need some new picks. I only gave you the 3. But if you want them, I'll let you have them. You know what kind of picks I'm talking about. Your, Saving Grace picks. Start us off. We got Sakura of the Knights of the Round Table, the buff knight, the leader of them all, is still the last one standing for them. She is the final hope. Can she come out on top? The Sailor Resistance loses, as they always will. Morgana remains still shell-shocked from the honorary ghost, but don't count out Chi-Chi, who's a ghost and could possess somebody. Will she possess somebody? The entourage is completely out, because they suck. Except for you, Ryoma, you're a king. The Horn Bears still have 2 people completely in. Maya and Duo, neither are ghosts, neither are shell-shocked. They have pretty decent opportunities. Monica, however, died with her Omnitrix. A shame to her, she was sent to the moon. The Forgotten Cave Dwellers, they've been out for a bit. The Repaired still have Skull holding on to hope for them. Can Skull pull off a victory after the AWE champion Hina perished? I'm unsure. But lastly, we got the squad, baby. Pennyworth is still in here, and so is Maki the Ghost, and so is Kokichi. Can't really count Maki in, but you know, we got Kokichi and Pennyworth. We're still in good standing because you never count out Kokichi. First class Hall of Famer Kokichi. He's got this. You better believe. Make your picks first, second, and third. I'm gonna make mine real easy right now. It is the easiest of my life. I gotta pick Kokichi. You never count him out. You just never do. It's a mistake. Second, I'm gonna take Avi, and I have Maki possessing Avi for the second place victory because Maki and Avi, they go way back. They go way back, baby. And for third, I'm gonna take Sakura. Sakura's a very formidable opponent. Could she ever stand to beat officially the Repaired? No, absolutely not. But I think she might place third. She might fiddle around in here and get third. Will she? Probably not. But we'll see what unfolds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lay of the land. These are your final 7, and they go with great determination. They walk forward with the same heartbeat, the same pulse, and perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Let's do it. Final 7. What will unfold? 2 ghosts in play, and we see one ghost does do something, and another. Oh my gosh, Kokichi, why have you done this? Duo cleans the blood off with her scissors. Maya tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool. Maki kills Duo through ghastly means. Kokichi then catches Maki in a thermos and sends her back to the ghost zone. Kokichi, why have you forsaken the team? King Ryoma can't find a demon can't find him before remembering that King Ryoma has indeed died. Ooh, Sakura's feeling defeated after losing their teammate. They feel lonely. Sakura has let him in. Or at least she would have if the repairman wasn't missing right now. Man, what a game this would have been if the repairman wasn't missing. Wednesday, what have you done? Chi-Chi has found the corpse of Tsumugi, possesses it. Chi-Chi is now in control of Tsumugi's body, giving up her own incorporeal body. Morgana snaps out of it. Pennyworth has found a lovely bikini, puts it on, is quite revealing, and Skull has found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. We're technically still down to 7. Mainly because we had 1 death, but we had a revival as well. So, if you would please, ladies and gentlemen, hit one more, I guess our first terrible turnabout of the episode 4. Duo. Maki. Chi-Chi. Well, it's still Samurai Woman. We only lost Duo in this case. The Horn Bears are still in via Maya. That is correct. So we'll proceed again. We will see some more perishing does indeed happen. Do not forget though that Chi-Chi is possessing Tsumugi. So as we proceed, keep that in mind. As Pennyworth, that's his best to avoid Kokichi. Tsumugi. It would be very fitting for Tsumugi to win via the hands of the honorary ghost. Because that's what they do. Tsumugi's there. Nuclear Waste has zombified Cory. Oh my. Kokichi levels up his persona. Garu to Garula. Morgana doesn't really want to, but finds herself having to get rid of Sakura. Skull sets up a table before grabbing Pennyworth in a headlock. Skull then slams Pennyworth through the table. Maya tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. We are down to our final 5. And they are, as you know what, we'll go through our Fallen 2 right now. First and foremost, it's a terrible, terrible turnabout 4. Sakura, Pennyworth. And that leaves us with 5, and they are Skull of the Repaired, Morgana of the Honorary Ghost, Kokichi Oma of the Squad, Maya of the Hornbearers, and Tsumugi of the Entourage, possessed by Chi-Chi, a member of the Honorary Ghost. But do keep in mind that Corey is still in play too. He's a zombie. If he starts zombifying people left and right, he could get the zombie victory. After just recently getting another victory at the end of the season, last season, something of that nature? Yes, that is correct. What's gonna unfold? I don't know, but as I said, these 5, Tsumugi, Kokichi, Morgana, Skull, and Maya are all kind of what we like to call within our final 5, a crisis of fate. Final 5, which faction will reign supreme? Will we have ghostly shenanigans, zombie shenanigans? Who knows? Let's proceed and we'll find out. That Kokichi summons his persona, uses Garula, the wind blasting Morgana back with such power as a tree falls as they collide with it. Kokichi has gained enough experience to learn Magaru Dine, which is incredible in the final 4. That one move could get Kokichi the victory. Who would have thunk? Tsumugi lost in her thoughts. She's got a wish ring. Hopefully she'll be responsible with it. Also very dangerous in the final 4. Kokichi dangles his withered limbs around, fiddling with them. Maya drives around in her cool tank. Dark Energy swirls around Celeste's body. She's now back as a zombie. Oh my. And Skull steals Maya's tank while she's asleep. We are down to 4. We've lost just the one. It's a terrible turnabout for him. Morgana. Morgana is Morgan. We are down to 4, and the big things here are there's a wish ring in play, which could be a revival item. And Kokichi has learned Magaru Dine, which means this could end in a moment's notice just like that. Will it happen though? I'm uncertain. We're gonna find out. It's still a crisis of fate, ain't it? Hit it. Thank you very much. Kokichi, Tsumugi, Skull, Maya. The big 2 here are Kokichi and Tsumugi. What's gonna unfold? We're about to find out together. Will Kokichi end it with one move? He does not. He summons his persona, just uses Garula, blasting Skull back with such power a tree falls, collides with it. Tsumugi summons her persona, uses Agi, scorches Kokichi's arm. Archon, Seagrapeshell, and Mai, she's got a cryo vision, and we are down to just 3 as we have 2 zombies in play. Corey and Celeste could potentially get the zombie victories for their team. Right now, it is Kokichi versus the Entourage of Tsumugi, possessed by Chi-Chi of the Honorary Ghost, and of course Maya of the Hornbearers. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible triple threat, but first we must pay our respects and give a terrible turnabout to member of my favorite faction, the Repaired, Skull. But let's see how this bad boy ends. Kokichi, Tsumugi, Maya. It could end in a moment's notice. Will it end in a moment's notice? That's the big question as we go on. What I say. What I say. Switch the music for me. What I say. Queen came back as a ghost, but it's too little too late. Corey is still a zombie, so is Celeste, but the real things that are going on here. Tsumugi wishes for cool facial hair. You know what? It's dope. She's got a fantastic blue beard. Maya summons a massive spear of ice impaling Tsumugi, and thus it was Kokichi versus Maya. But you never count that man's out. Because Kokichi shoots a blast of energy from his hands at Maya. Maya is unable to survive the blow, which means one more time for the people in the back. The very reason you all voted him in. You never ever count out Kokichi Oma. So let's go down one more again and let's give one final terrible turnabout for Tsumugi, Maya. Well, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? I know some people are like, oh my gosh, I never saw it coming. Well, first of all, you should have seen it coming. This was just obvious at this point. If you don't know, now you know. The premier faction, the most dominant faction. In fact, play our music. Your winner. First class Hall of Famer. Countless title holder, and the man you can never count out. He is the one. He is that guy. He is that boy. Representing the squad. Bringing it home for the most dominant, the greatest faction in the history of the Hunger Games, in the history of the AWE, in the history of history. If you don't know, now you know. The squad takes the win, and it ain't no surprise, it's the truth. Boom. Kokichi. Thank you. And I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, Kokichi won, the squad won, what the heck? It should be somebody else, it should have been X, Y, and Z. You're right, maybe you're, no, you're wrong. I was gonna say, maybe you're right, you're not. What you're seeing here is the truth. What you're seeing here is the truth, the squad is the best. And sometimes, the truth hurts. But the squad will hurt you more. That's how we win games. We're merciless. We're ruthless. Look at that 5 KOs. Kokichi Oma. Oh boy. Sakura had 4. In fact, should we go back to the other music? Now. Now, the Repair, they had a good run. I thought for certain they might come out clutch, they might come out on top, but you know what? Everyone has a bad day. They didn't have their leader with them, they didn't have the repairman, so they're a little bit off kilter. But you know who wasn't off kilter? The squad. The greatest, and let me scream it into the microphone, the greatest faction in the history of the Danganronpa Hunger Games, the squad. Kokichi Oma, Pennyworth, Celeste, Nekamaru, Maki, Junko, Genocide Jack, and Avi. The most dominant faction in the history of history. Boom. And don't forget it. This was... It was from the start. You could have just... You never bet against Kokichi, you never bet against the squad. This was just... This was a formality, to say the least. For everyone who didn't bet on Kokichi or the squad, I hate to say it, but you made a foolish mistake. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the squad. Here, let me pull up this list real quick. Because Kokichi, we love him, but he's not already in that premiere. So we give that spot to Kokichi, which means second place is Miss Mai, which means, oh, poor Tsumugi in the entourage, poor honorary ghost. Oh, unfortunate. It's just Kokichi, and it is just Maya. How unfortunate indeed. But let's be honest, it doesn't matter how many people were revived or whatnot, it was always going to be the squad at the end. Stay classy, Year of the Radiance, Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalacars. It doesn't matter if the multiverse is breaking, it doesn't matter if the time-space continuum is shattering. If all timelines converge to one, in every single timeline, there is one universal truth, and that is, the Squad is the best. Cut me out now. Boom.